Amidst the chaos and devastation that engulfed Serenitas, Almirón, a member of the Gue'vesa Auxiliaries, fought with unwavering resolve. As a veteran of the Damocles Gulf Crusade who had chosen to align himself with the Tau cause, he had never anticipated facing a threat as sinister and relentless as the forces of chaos. The battle had raged on for days, with the chaos cultists steadily pushing deeper into the heart of Serenitas. Almirón and his fellow fighters fought valiantly, their determination undeterred even as the odds stacked against them. The city streets became a war zone, filled with the sounds of gunfire, explosions, and the haunting cries of the wounded. Amidst the chaos, I caught glimpses of Senator Renaldi, his voice of reason and defiance. Remember why we fight. We fight for our families, for our loved ones, for the future we believe in. We fight for a Serenitas where humans and Tau coexist in harmony, where the principles of cooperation and unity prevail. Rallying my fellow weary soldiers with his impassioned speeches. I even let myself draw strength from the senator's words, finding solace in the belief that our fight was not in vain. But as the chaos forces continued their relentless advance, the defenders of Serenitas found themselves gradually overwhelmed. The chaos cultists unleashed unholy horrors upon the city, their dark powers tearing through the ranks of the defenders. The streets became a nightmarish battleground, littered with the fallen and stained with blood. Trapped in a house-to-house fight, the surrounding areas stained with the scent of blood. A light hue of red hazes filled the air. Within my post I commanded, "Hold the line! We cannot let them breach our defences." Task to allow the fire warriors to pull back. Symphony of chants. "Your feeble resistance is futile. Embrace the chaos." With a bellowing cry, a massive chaos marine charged towards my position, wielding a jagged, blood-drenched blade. "For the Emperor!" I rushed out and met him head-on, our weapons clashing in a shower of sparks. Turning back to my squad. "Fly, you fools! I will not yield to your madness. Serenitas will not fall." Our ferocious duel echoed through the streets, drawing attention. Chaos cultists closed in, their wicked grins and twisted forms a testament to their allegiance to the dark forces. My fellow auxiliaries ignored my command. Coming to my aid, they fought alongside me. Their resolve unyielding saved my ass. "We can't let them overrun us. Keep fighting. Hold the line, we must buy time for the others to escape, for the greater good." Despite their courage and determination, the militia was decimated. The fire warrior went deeper into the city, and the last line of defenders, the auxiliaries, were slowly being pushed back. The chaos forces were relentless, their numbers seemingly endless. My pulse rifle ran dry and had discarded it, drawing my combat knife instead. I roar, "For Serenitas, for the Emperor!" With renewed ferocity, I rushed to engage in close-quarters combat, my knife slashing through the ranks of the chaos cultists. Each strike was precise, fueled by a mix of anger and determination. My comrades fought with all their might, refusing to surrender even as the chaos forces closed in. Their every step was met with ferocious resistance, as we sought to protect our homes and loved ones from the encroaching darkness. Despite our efforts, the chaos forces proved relentless. We were fruitless in our defense of the outskirts. The demonic host pressed forward, tearing through the defenses and leaving destruction in their wake. Day by day, I witnessed the gradual collapse of the city's defenses, as chaos banners rose above once proud structures. In the midst of the chaos, my path led me to the governor's palace. The symbol of authority now stood as a stark reminder of the shattered hopes and broken promises. The palace had become the last bastion of resistance, a final stand against the encroaching chaos. But as Almirón arrived at the palace, he was met with a scene of despair. Serenitas was overrun, its defenders scattered and overwhelmed. The chaos forces had breached the palace walls, their presence a mocking testament to the failure of the Tau governance. Serenitas, once a thriving city, now lay in ruins. Its defenders were scattered and overwhelmed, their valiant efforts no match for the relentless onslaught of the chaos forces. The sounds of battle echoed through the air, mixing with the anguished cries of the wounded and dying as the remaining pocket of defenders made their last stands. With grim determination, I surveyed the chaos-infested palace grounds and saw my fellow Gue'vesa Auxiliaries engaged in fierce combat, fighting tooth and nail to hold back the relentless tide. Their weapons flashed and boomed, each shot fired a desperate plea for survival. "In the Emperor's name, hold the line," I shouted, rallying my comrades. "We cannot let them breach the palace walls." Took a glance at a nearby fire warrior, "For the greater good." My words reverberated amidst the chaos, fueling the dwindling spirit of the defenders. The auxiliaries fought with unwavering courage, their hearts ablaze with a determination to protect their city, their people. But the Chaos forces were relentless, their numbers seemingly endless. My heart sank as I saw my fallen comrades being displayed with pride on a makeshift parade stage, their sacrifices a testament to their unwavering loyalty, while these demons berated them in a horror display. The battle raged on, each moment pushing us closer to the brink of defeat. Amidst the chaos, I locked eyes with a towering Chaos Marine. He was still standing with a gaping hole through his chest, its twisted armor adorned with blasphemous symbols. There was no doubt, even injured, that this was still a formidable adversary, a harbinger of death and destruction. "You will not pass," bellowed, my voice filled with defiance. The Chaos Marine charged, its weapon raised high, a malevolent gleam in its eyes. I braced myself, felt my pulse quickening with a mix of fear and adrenaline. With a swift motion, I parried the Chaos Marine's attack, our weapons clashing with a resounding clash of steel. The battle waged on around us, chaos and fury intertwining in a deadly dance. I fought with every ounce of strength, my movements fluid and precise as if I was possessed. Each strike I delivered was fueled by a sense of duty, and the knowledge that every second I bought for my comrades meant another chance for the refugees to escape via the governor tunnels. But as the battle raged, the Chaos forces began to overwhelm the defenders. The palace walls crumbled under the weight of their assault, and hope flickered like a dying flame. Realizing the dire situation, I made a fateful decision. I knew that if I could draw the attention of the Chaos forces, even for a moment, it might create a small window of opportunity for the remaining fire warriors and auxiliaries to flee. "Fall back! Get to safety!" shouted, my voice cutting through the chaos. My comrades hesitated, torn between their loyalty to me and their desire to survive. But my resolve was unwavering. "Go," I urged them, voice filled with urgency. "Save yourselves." With heavy hearts, the surviving Gue'vesa Auxiliaries obeyed my command. They fought their way through the chaos-infested palace, their retreat a desperate race against time. Now alone, faced the Chaos forces head-on. I became a beacon of defiance, drawing the attention of the enemy with every strike I delivered. Fought with a ferocity born of desperation, every move calculated to maximize the Chaos forces' focus on me. In the midst of the chaos, I caught a glimpse of the fleeing refugees who had lost their way. Their eyes widened with a mix of fear and gratitude as they realized the sacrifice I was making. Their survival was now in their own hands. As the Chaos forces closed in, I stood tall, my body battered and bruised, but my spirit raged. In that final moment, I felt a sense of purpose, a belief that my sacrifice would not be in vain. With a defiant roar, I charged into the midst of the Chaos forces, my weapon swinging with lethal intent. The battle was fierce and unforgiving, but I fought on, my every move driven by a desire to buy precious seconds for the refugees. And then, as the Chaos forces closed in, overwhelming me with their sheer numbers, I fell. My body hit the ground, my lifeblood staining the palace grounds. My heart sank at the realization of the dire situation. The Chaos forces were closing in, and there seemed to be no way out. But just as hope began to fade, a glimmer of salvation appeared. With heavy footsteps vibrating the floor, I glanced up and saw the gleam of a battlesuit cutting through the chaos. It unleashed a volley of devastating firepower, clearing a path to me. The refugees, spurred into action, rushed forward, their arms outstretched to lift me from the ground. "For the greater good," I groaned through clenched teeth, feeling a mix of pain and gratitude. The battlesuit, manned by an elite firecaster, had come to my rescue, defying the Chaos forces that threatened to consume us. Together we made a desperate retreat, scrambling through the palace's labyrinthine tunnels. The Chaos forces pursued us relentlessly, their malevolent presence a constant reminder of the danger we faced. With each step, I could feel my strength waning, my injuries taking their toll. But the determination to survive, to ensure the safety of the refugees, fueled my every movement. Finally, we reached the exit of the tunnels, emerging into the wilderness jungles surrounding Serenitas. The battlesuit towering above us provided cover as the refugees scattered, seeking shelter and safety wherever they could find it. As I collapsed to my knees, the battlesuit's pilot turned to me, their voice filled with determination. "Chasseur! We cannot let the Chaos forces prevail," they said. "We must fight back for the sake of Serenitas and all those who have suffered." I nodded, my eyes reflecting the same unwavering resolve. For the greater good, I shout with a whisper, for the Emperor. The words a mantra that echoed through my weary mind. With renewed determination, the elite Tau soldier and I joined forces, fighting back against the chaos forces that continued to harass our escape. Side by side, we held the tunnel, a beacon of resistance in the face of overwhelming darkness. We made the difficult decision to retreat. When their number dwindled to a trickle, we bought enough time. The wilderness outside the city would become our sanctuary, a temporary refuge from the chaos that now consumed Serenitas and other cities of Refugia. And so, Almirón and a small group of survivors disappeared into the wilderness, carrying with them the undying spirit of resistance. The battle may have been lost, but the war was far from over.